Today we're trying on a lot of new makeup featuring the Dior holiday collection, or what I have from the Dior holiday collection. We are trying on the Make Beauty Diffusion Dew Skin Tint, the Make Beauty Skin Mimetic Concealer, the Dior Holiday Eyeshadow Palette in Plum Gray, the Dior Forever Glow Luminizer in Dior Star, and I have a couple of new products from Soshe. So we are going to put together a look. This is the look, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on these products. Let's get into the video. We have got quite a bit of new products to get through today. We're going to start with the Make Beauty Diffusion Dew Radiant Skin Tint. Make sent me some products and I want to give this a shot. This is shade 1.5. I have used products from Make before, but I've never used the Diffusion Dew. Very liquidy, and that's a very peachy shade. A little bit deeper than I was thinking for second to the lightest shade, but that's okay. So I'm going to blend this out with the Beauty Blender. See how this looks on the skin. Okay, so that just melted into the skin. Like, that was super easy to blend out. I do not see it setting on the surface of the skin. Let me look at it up close and see what's going on. I was talking to Tom, Hope Miss Tom, and they received this same product. And they had mentioned that they felt like it had glitter in it. And at that point, I hadn't tried it, so I kind of didn't have an opinion. But I just looked at it, super up close on my mirror. And of course, they're right. It does have glitter, actual glitter, not like mica shimmer, but very, very fine glitter particles. So that's kind of a bummer, because outside of that, it looks absolutely gorgeous on the skin. Like, I mean, it is, you cannot see product sitting on my face, but you can see the glitter. I don't know if it's going to come across on camera, but it is there. We're going to go in with the concealer, also from Make Beauty. Now, this is a product from Make that I have tried before, and I think it is so good. So we'll see if my feelings have changed. It's been a while since I've used this. I picked the shade 02 Fair In. This does not have glitter, I don't think. Now I'm curious, because like I said, I have used this before and I really, really like it. I'm going to use my Tati EX4 to blend this out. Since the skin tint doesn't have very much coverage, I went ahead and put some like between my brows where I have a little bit of redness. Let me just blend this concealer out. Okay, so that is the concealer. I absolutely love this concealer. Like I said, this is not my first time using it. I probably should have picked a lighter shade in both the complexion product and the concealer, especially for winter. You know, as we come into the winter, my skin continues to lose that summer glow. The concealer is undetectable on the skin, as well as the complexion product, especially for mature skin. It doesn't settle into lines. Now, it's not full coverage. No glitter in the concealers. I put it on my hand and had to make sure there's not. I don't remember there being any in it either. I'm going to set my face. I'm using my Gucci matte powder, and I'm going to use my Tati X3. I've been loving this brush for powder. It's so soft, and it just applies like the perfect amount. So what do you guys think of the new Taylor Swift album? I've been seeing all the discourse online. I'm just curious. Do you even listen to Taylor Swift? I'm a fan of music in general, so I listen to all kinds of music. Let me look at it up close and see if, see if I can still see the glitter through the powder. I can still see the glitter. It does look a little smoother, having been set with powder, obviously, but I can still see the glitter through it. That's not my favorite, unfortunately. I wish it weren't there, because it's otherwise such a beautiful product. For bronzer, I'm going to use my Deer palette, the Hourglass Deer palette, and go into Diffused Bronze Light right here. The thing about these tiny pans is it's just hard to get a brush in there and not dip in any of the other colors. Got a hint of rosiness to it. I'm going to do my brows real quick using my Valentino Brow Trio. I will be right back. I'm going to use the Burberry Sand Beige blush, just because the palette that we're going in with, the Dior palette, is quite colorful, and we're just going to start with this. The Tati SP2. I've been loving this for blush. It's small but soft. It doesn't apply too much and too concentrated an area, because it is softer. I have been loving these brushes. I think they are so good. All right, let's get into the Dior products. I did order more things from this collection. I don't have them yet, and I didn't want to wait. I figured we could use what I have, and then I'll do another video when I have the lip color and the blush. Dior's packaging is always so beautiful. It's so elegant. Everything is packaged in tissue paper. It's a very nice experience ordering from Dior. So the two things that I picked up on, the first day that they launched are the powder highlight and one of the eyeshadow palettes. I picked up the purple Plum Parade. I have liked Dior's eyeshadow palettes this year. Like brown cashmere is one of my favorites. I absolutely love it. It's a gold package. Not really my favorite. It's pretty. So the packaging is gold outside, and then on the inside, it's silver. So kind of a choice. The packaging feels like typical Dior packaging. It's not particularly heavy. The embossing on this is gorgeous. That is so incredibly pretty. That's the white. It's kind of a silvery white. So these actually feel really nice. Look at that. They're very pigmented. They're very creamy feeling, except the white. The white one feels a little bit more dry and flaky than the others. These swatch better than I expected, judging, some of the reviews and stuff that I've seen already. I am going in with this shade right here in the bottom, and I'm using a Tati X5, and I'm going to run this all through the crease. I'm going to take my finger and go into the center shade and tap it kind of on the outer portion of my lid. That shade is so beautiful. It's very, very shimmery. It's got some blue to it. That's such a pretty color. Like I kind of want to just put that all over the lid, but I want to use as many shades as we can. So I'm going to go into this deepened like plum shade, and I'm going to go around that just to deepen it up here in the outer corner and blend it out. Now I'm going to go in with this lighter, softer, lilac-y shade, and I'm going to tap it on the inner corner or the inner portion and kind of onto that deeper shade that we have, just mixing them together. That shade's so pretty. It's very bright and pigmented. I'm going to use the Dior sponge tip into this white because sometimes really like flaky shades like this perform better with a sponge tip. Get a little bit more out of them. And I'm going to tap that in the inner corner. Taking the EX5 from Tati and just making sure everything is blended. Going in with the EX6 from Tati. I'm going to go into the center shade right here to get under the lash line. Because that shade is a little bit deeper than I expected, I'm going to go in with an A502 and just soften that up. Buff it out a little bit. Going to tightline with my Victoria Beckham. I'm going to do a wing with my Chanel eyeliner. I'm going to use my Kulfi mascara. This is almost gone. I have used this so much. It's so good. Love that eye look. Really, really impressed. I like it so much more than I thought that I was going to. Let's get into the highlight because this looks absolutely gorgeous. I hope it's not too deep. I couldn't tell in the photos if it's a gold or a champagne. I'm hoping it's more champagne, but the packaging on this, gorgeous. It is like, it's cushioned. It's quite gold rather than champagne. It looks in certain light deeper than my skin tone. I am using the Tati SP4. And let's just let me look at this up close and let me see what's going on here. It is kind of glittery, even on the skin. Up close, I can see it. It's got a lot of very fine glitters in it. It doesn't look bad on the skin, though. I'm going to set my brows real quick with the Make Beauty Brow Gel. I have the shade Cool Taupe. This is like very nice, luxurious packaging. Oh, and I like that like one side of it has longer bristles to really fluff them up. And then one side has shorter bristles to kind of sculpt and shape them. That's nice. I do have some new lip products from Soshe, so that is what we are going to do. It is a new color that they have launched called Kismet, and it's described as a brown berry, which just sounds absolutely beautiful for fall. I have talked about Soshe lip products before. I love them. I really, really love their lip products. That's gorgeous. Let me put it on and then I'll get you a swatch. Brown berry is a perfect shade description for this. So that is the shade brown berry at the top. It is indeed a brown berry. This is the refillable lip balm. It is the Peptide Glow. I really like Soshe lip balms, and this is again in the shade Kismet. Beautiful shade for fall. Beautiful, beautiful. It's like kind of berry that I like and that I can wear because it does have quite a bit of brown in it and it's sheer, so it's not too much for me. Oh gosh, it's so pretty. That is Kismet lip balm. So there is the lip balm, and then I swatched the lip liner closer to it. The lip color really works with the eye look, in my opinion, and the blush is really the key because it's not a color. So let's talk about these products. We're going to start with the Make Beauty. I absolutely love this if it didn't have glitter. I so appreciate Make for reaching out to me and offering to send me several things. And I even bought more because I want to do a full face of Make because I love the brand. This is not my first time using or purchasing from Make Beauty. It is my first time with this product. I wish the glitter weren't in there. I think it's a beautiful product. I just wish that it didn't have glitter, and it's glitter and it's visible. You can't cover it up with powder. It's there. The concealer is so good. So good. I have purchased it myself in the past and really, really love it. Like used it all the way up. The applicator is very nice. It's this triangle doe foot that doesn't dispense too much product. The packaging is glass. It feels very heavy, very luxurious. Very impressed with this. Like I said, I'm going to do a full face of Make Beauty because it's a brand that I think that we should pay attention to. So that will be coming, but just know I love the concealer. I will probably pick up a lighter shade in the winter. Shade 2 is just a touch too deep. It doesn't look too deep. I think that I could go lighter and I would be happier. The eyeshadow palette. I'm surprised by this, pleasantly surprised by this. I expected not to like it based on reviews that I have seen and swatches that I have seen, and then my experience with last year's holiday palettes. However, I think it's really pretty. Now, keep in mind, I love cool purples. I mentioned that in my review of the Clé de Peau palette. It's got this cool purple lilac-y shade that I think is really flattering. I could be slightly biased just because I like these shades. I think that the shades are absolutely beautiful, but I also am impressed with the formulas. So the only one that I'm not impressed with is the white. It just looks and feels dry and flaky. It's one of those topper shades that I just don't like them. I wish that brands would stop doing the flaky topper thing. There are people that like them or they wouldn't keep doing them. I'm just not one of them. That's not my favorite texture. I like creamier eyeshadows that hold together, that are still thin and pigmented and don't build up on the lids or look thick or heavy, because that can accentuate crepiness or make my eyelids look dry. Out of all 5 of these shades, the only one that I'm not super impressed with is the white. And then this one here in the top corner, it's beautiful on the lids, but the texture doesn't feel as creamy as the others. But the performance of, I mean, look at it. It's very smooth, very, very pretty on the eyes, but it just like the feeling it in between the fingers doesn't feel as creamy as the others. However, the performance is there. This is just my first impression. Once I get the rest of the pieces that I ordered from this collection, we'll revisit it and see if my thoughts have changed. On first impression, I think that the eye look is really pretty and I think they performed really well. So I'm happy with it. The highlighter is kind of a different story. It could be a combination of this is just not my favorite tone. It's a little more gold than I was hoping. It is a really interesting color. I can even see it here in my mirror. I don't know if it's going to pick up on camera, but I can see some pink in there, some purple. It's got a lot of colors in it. The overall color is kind of gold and kind of glittery. Soshe as a brand is just solid. Like their lip products are so good. Their shades are so unique. This color for fall is absolutely gorgeous. The lip balms are so comfortable. It's not just a lip balm. It's got a lot of pigment to it and you can build it up. It's so shiny, so comfortable, smash hit. I am loving all the holiday releases. I am going to do a video where I rank them all. The fall eyeshadow palettes, the holiday eyeshadow palettes, like everything I can get my hand on. We're going to talk about all of them because there's so many. I love to see it. I am so happy that like we're getting so many eyeshadows because I love eyeshadow. And that completes this video. I hope it was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I would love to have you here. I will see you soon in another video. And until then, please take care of yourselves. Bye.